What's good, y'all? Long time no see. But I wanted to make a video for y'all real quick before I finish out my night. And just wanted to say that I've been going through an extreme lesson in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always talk about the lessons that we got to go through, which, they're lessons and they're tests to, test our strength, test our faith. It tests you. Spirit will test you to see if you're serious about what you say you're serious about and all of that. And this test that I've been going through has been a tough one. And to be honest with you, I think it's been tough for me because I'm a giver. Those of y'all who really know me, y'all know that I give, the clothes off my back if I have to. If I don't have it, then I'll help you figure it out. Those of y'all who really know me know I'll be there for people. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when it comes to you being a giver, sometimes it can be hard to treat yourself. It can be the smallest thing. It can be you want to buy yourself a pair of shoes, or, want to treat yourself out to a steak dinner, or whatever the case may be. When you are really a giver, you will notice at times that it'll be times where when it comes to treating yourself, when it comes time for you to be blessed, that it's kind of hard to embrace it. And I think a lot of times the giver is so used to giving more than they're receiving that when you receive something, it kind of throws you off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's known that what you put out in the universe come back. Right? If you put out good, you get good. If you put out bad, you get bad. But at the end of the day, it's like the giver struggles really bad to receive. One of the lessons I've been learning these past couple of weeks is that your faithfulness will trump all oppression that you might experience in your life. When you stay faithful, when you're faithful to the course, when you're faithful to yourself, when you're faithful to spirit, it always trumps any oppression that you might face in your life. No matter what comes your way, no matter how tough it is, no matter what it may look like on the outside, no matter how it may make you feel, because you don't understand the shit that's going on in your life at the moment, because you're trying to understand from your carnal mind instead of tapping into things spiritually. No matter what it may look like, no matter how it may make you feel, understand that staying faithful to what it is that you're supposed to be doing is going to trump any oppression that comes your way. I don't care how bad it is or what it may look like. You will always trump any type of oppression that comes your way when you stay faithful, when you stay true to your character, to your heart. No matter how many times you may get dogged out or treated unfairly, when you stay faithful to having a good heart, it's going to trump the oppression. When you stay faithful to your character, because a lot of times, due to our life experiences, when we face certain situations and we get dogged out and treated like shit, we feel like that if we change our character, if we change who we truly are at heart, that it will make a difference, when in reality it don't. That shit don't matter. People gonna treat you how the fuck they feel like they want to treat you. And the only thing you can do is decide whether or not you're gonna put up with it. But when you stay faithful to your character, don't change because of what somebody else done put you through, or the people who you thought was your friends, you find out that they not your friends, or the motherfucker you felt like you was in a relationship and you loved them and cared for them, you find out that it wasn't reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? When you stay faithful to your purpose, when a whole lot of shit will be thrown your way, and you'll come across several crossroads on your walk and your purpose that'll make you question if you really even meant to be there or not. Are you really doing what you're supposed to be doing or not? When the answer is yes, you are exactly where you need to be. When you stay faithful to your heart, to your character, when you stay faithful to treating people the way you want to be treated, when you stay faithful and true to, defending people, standing up for people, when you stay faithful to that shit, you're going to always trump your oppression. And me, I done experienced the past month or two a whole lot of weird bullshit that had me questioning, like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? You start questioning yourself, like, what the fuck, did I do something wrong and all that, when the answer is no. A part of what I've been learning is for the most part, for every time some bullshit come up in your life, once you get over that hump, however long it may take, it's always going to be some good. It's always going to be some good. In order for the flowers, in order for anything to grow, it got to be some rain. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be nourished. It needs, and the rain, it may be a storm. It may not always be a drizzle or a light rain. It may come down hard as fuck, but at the end of the day, when it's done, it's always going to be some good that come from it. And sometimes during those times when it's raining, it ain't shit for you to do but to just stand there. Try to take some shelter. Sometimes you might not have an umbrella. I can honestly say I don't carry an umbrella. So in real life, when it rains, I just be wet as fuck, like, you know what I mean? Plus I work outside, you know what I'm saying? So I'm used to that type of weather. But in real life, when it comes to like spiritual stuff, that spirit realm, when it rains, it's going to pour. And you may not always have an umbrella. You may not always have shelter. But you just stand there. And you just have faith in knowing that when it's done, it's going to be some good shit that come from it. I've been blessed tremendously, continuously. And a lot of times when you bless, when you look back over your blessings before you receive them, you done went through some shit. For me, these past couple of weeks, the past month or two, it's been some extreme shit. Like, shit that I thought that I would never experience. Shit that didn't even make sense. But I had to learn during my journey. I had to learn during this time in my life that a lot of times when spirit work with you, when God work with you, it don't always make sense to you. A lot of times when it finally does make sense, it ain't gonna be until it's all said and done, when you done went through it, when you done got to the light at the end of the tunnel. You feel me? That's when it'll start to make sense. Then you will look back and be like, oh yeah, I see why this happened the way it did. And a lot of times that stuff don't make sense because we hard-headed. Spirit telling you to leave that job. Spirit telling you it's time to move away. Spirit telling you it's time to let go of certain things and certain people. But because of our comfortability, we tend to want to hold on to shit. And a lot of times, them things that we holding on to, the people that we holding on to, we so focused on holding on to them that we not realizing that it really ain't trying to hold on to us in the same way. It ain't really trying to hold on to us in the same way. We just so caught up in trying to make sure we hold on to it. So I just want to encourage you that if you are a giver, embrace those blessings. Understand that if you receive something, it's because you earned it. You genuinely earned that shit. You did something good in life, whether it was you helping people, whether it was whatever it may be. You did something that the universe brought back to you in a good way. Learn to embrace that shit. Because me, I've always had a hard time embracing it. When it come to other people, I'm quick to help if I can. I'm quick to show up if I can. No questions. But going through a period in my life where I'm realizing, like, damn, why do I question what I receive? Why do I question my blessings? When I know damn well I done sat there and put out a whole lot of positivity, a whole lot of good into the universe. And it sucks because a lot of times we all go through a lot of shit. We so used to being treated unfairly. We so used to going through a lot of bullshit that when the good come around, it's like we automatically try to find a reason why, even though it's good, it don't feel right. When in reality, that shit feel good as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep in mind that if you've been putting good out, it's going to come back. Good is going to come back. But I think too is that when the good comes back, we ask for things and we manifest and we pray and stuff like that. But I think when the good comes back, it exceeds what we really asked for. It's greater than what we asked for. I feel like a lot of times when we ask for things or we look for blessings or we try to manifest, we give watered down versions, watered down descriptions. Because it's like, yeah, you believe that you deserve something, but only to a certain extent. So when you fail to realize that the universe is literally like a genie, when you fail to realize that your wish is its command, and it brings you not only what you asked for, but is way better than what you asked for, that shit throw you off a little bit. And it's just part of your human nature. Because a lot of us, we experience more bad than good. But understand that if you've been faithful, stay true to yourself, stay true to your character. Don't let what you go through, the bad things that you go through, cause you to change up who you are. Don't allow people to harden your heart. Don't allow bad friends to make you become a bad friend. Stay true to your purpose. Stay true to your walk in life. Stay true to your heart. Stay true to who you are. It's always going to supersede any opposition that comes along in your life. You will always beat it. I don't care how bad it may look or how it make you feel in a bad way. You will always beat it. But when you sit there and you try to go against it, when you go against yourself, when you go against staying true, staying faithful, you're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up. It's going to cause you to look at it in the wrong way. And when your perspective is fucked up, then it just fucks up the whole thing. It fucks up the whole thing. When you can't get your perspective right on something, you're just going to miss the whole mark. Stay true to yourself. Stay faithful. Because your faithfulness in life, your faithfulness to yourself, your faithfulness to others, and your faithfulness to God and the universe is going to trump all opposition.